Hey, mic check, 1 2 1 2. How is everybody doing? Lady Poetic is here, and in good taste with the show, why don't we start off with a poem? This is from the Lady Poetic Principle, I guess volume 1, a book of hip hop inspired poems. This was my first full published poetry book. This one's called Cellarbrate. I've been silently compliant, but forgive me when I don't deny it. Riots ignited inside, and besides, it was high time that I cited the sightings that were exciting all this fighting. Not just within the writing, but the sign was so inviting. So I started reciting every line until the timing was precise. Despite all the advice, it wouldn't make me think about it twice. Improvements will suffice because the rhyming's still a vice. I closed my book of rhymes, but still the pages kept on turning. Tried to rewrite the ending, but my fingertips were burning. Now I wander aimlessly where the lines begin to vanish. This was the way that it was written in the mouth of madness. The infinite sadness was lifted. The tides have all been shifted. Not one word has been scripted, and I rip it better when I sing it. In the instant you want to hear the sickest lyrics, I'll cross oceans just to bring it. That Celebrate. These were actually my lyrics from a collaboration with Damo, who's one of the illest Australian hip hop artists. Shout out to Damo. That was probably 2009, I would say that collaboration's from somewhere in there. So, yes. All right. Next, why don't we get into a few updates? But first and foremost, thank you to everybody who checked out the latest single, Take 'em Back. Shout out to Ooh Ricky on the beat. Well received. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a treat to be able to put that one together and had a little fun with it. So that's what's up. The next single is coming up actually this Friday, March 27th. And of course, for those of you who subscribe to my channel, we're going to release the video on Thursday, this Thursday night, March 26th. And I'll probably throw the single up on Bandcamp sometime throughout the week before Friday hits as well. So if you are subscribed or following me on Bandcamp and or YouTube here, you will get the early and first releases of my music. So thank you very much. Okay. So this next single that's dropping on Friday is called The White Owl. And what's unique about this track is that, okay, first, the beat is beautiful. The beat is so pretty. And I wanted very much to do a hip hop and R&B type song over it. And I tried rewriting this one 3 times and it kept leading me back to the exact same subject matter every single time without fail. So I said, okay, this is about an owl. It's an owl in the woods. There's nothing else there's no way I can deviate from the subject. The two are going to be tied. So, and then I extrapolated and utilized actually my poem, The White Owl, which is also featured in the Lady Poetic Principle, The White Owl. I first wrote this poem 25 years ago, I'm sure. And so I start off the intro of the song The White Owl with that poem. And then we go back and forth between some rapping and spoken word. And it's unique, it's different. But I actually really, really like this song. I've been actually bumping it on repeat and rewatching the video that we made for it. So enjoy, and stay tuned. In other related news, I have been working about the past 6 months on an album called The Chambers. It has been written to completion since last month, and I've spent the last 6 weeks practicing all the songs. I have all but maybe 2 tracks committed to memory by and large. I'm really trying to work on the flow and the delivery, of course, but lyrically and sonically, I feel like I'm probably bringing my best work to the table at this point. Humbly speaking, it's a masterpiece. It's really interesting and unique and beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to everyone being able to listen to that once it's done. I am going to be laying it down in the booth later this week. I cannot guarantee a release this year, not with the way I'm going to release it and not with what I have left to do with it. But I just wanted to update you on the progress. I've been working on the Chambers album since last year and may or may not come out by this year. So stay tuned and I will drop some more details here and there as we go through. And then also in related news, we have been actively filming for the Quartz Trip. Shout out to Azimuth, produced and engineered the song. Beautiful. I've been sitting on the masters for about a year now, and I was very much hopeful to release the song this past October. Hit a couple of snafus. It happens. We're working through it. And I've been actively filming for the Quartz Trip, for the music video over the past 4 months. And I've got another probably 7 weeks worth of filming left to do for it. And then I will begin editing it down. And then we should be all in line and set for a June 2nd release. So the Quartz Trip, produced and engineered by Azimuth, aka David Robson. Shout out to my boy David. Coming just in a couple more months here, a couple few months. So stay tuned. All right. Okay. Let's hear some music, shall we? Let's play a song. Let's spin a song. This is Wisconsin. This is Michigan. Castles rising. Let us begin. Hip-hop is a castle, major players in the turrets. Banners of the best waving in the misconcerted. Winds whipping violently, the symphonic asserted. I've been in the catacombs, but creeping up, make sure you heard it. House established plaques start to chip, but we preserve it. Cursive written's bound in leather, stack predicting verdicts. Dripping candlesticks amid a glow for the deserted. Traversing greystone pillars flow through moats till we've alerted. Grit and blood beneath our nails, a sigil that we've earned it. Emblematic tactics catapult us towards the surface. Galvanize the drive to raise the bar before we burn it. Moonless skies will crystallize the motif, we prefer it. Raise the drawbridge, pay the homage, plan to observe it. Whether we collude or battle, every verse is worth it. Horns are blaring in the distant valley, soul exerted. Morning's over, unsung heroes vow to return it. Castles rising, you won't see us fall. Perhaps surprising, an undying one for all. Building up an empire, tearing down a fortress. Wielding words of fire, wearing crowns and portraits. Castles rising, you won't see us fall. Perhaps surprising, an undying one for all. Building up an empire, tearing down a fortress. Wielding words of fire, wearing crowns and portraits. Messages collected and this message is relayed. Browbeaten, not defeated, screaming tensions with rage. Percentages protect us as we go against the grade. Monuments were melted, priceless portraits start to fade. We ciphered in the Bailey, back and forth on bended knee we prayed. The closet and the keep boasted garments of crusades. Cloaked in hope and expertise to breach the blockade. Taken and then making names, we charge the light brigade. Pacing gates, chasing fame to climb the masquerade. Traipsing up the staircases, our entrances forbade. Spiraling up the taluses and battlements betrayed. Taking shots through arrow slits we managed to evade. Premeditated advancement still so callous on the raid. Fathoming a victory while history is being made. Curtain wall collapses, sunrise turns to shade. Lay down armor set in stone, LP and Connor on parade. Castles rising, you won't see us fall. Perhaps surprising, an undying one for all. Building up an empire, tearing down a fortress. Wielding words of fire, wearing crowns and portraits. Castles rising, you won't see us fall. Perhaps surprising, an undying one for all. Building up an empire, tearing down a fortress. Wielding words of fire, wearing crowns and portraits.
Is inspired by the images that we create. So when I go to sleep at night, I wonder who I save. Currency don't matter, I can't take it to my grave. I embrace my flaws and hope you learn from the mistakes I made. God help me to evolve, I hope these songs inspire change. The more you sing along, the more it reconstructs your brain. Hope I deconstruct the poison in your mind with every phrase. And hope it's a reflection of the errors in your ways. I'm just trying to make it from the cradle to the grave. Making music that inspires and don't send you to a cage. What you put out, you gon' get back, so be careful what you praise. Look, my essence is timeless, so I always act my age. Look, this ain't words that don't have no meaning, just my dream and it keep repeating over and over until the day that I leave. Good Lord, and my heart stop beating. Leave your legacy or everything you did meant nothing. When you leave footprints behind, don't leave a path of destruction.
Castles rising, you won't see us fall. Perhaps surprising, an undying one for all. Building up an empire, tearing down a fortress. Wielding words of fire, wearing crowns and portraits. Castles rising, you won't see us fall. Perhaps surprising, an undying one for all. Building up an empire, tearing down a fortress. Wielding words of fire, wearing crowns and portraits. All right, let's get into story time next. Okay, so I've told at least a couple of stories about my buddy DJ Karma Infinite. Shout out to DJ KI, man. This is my boy. We go back, way back. And this, this is good. Y'all will appreciate this, especially if you know KI, all right, which some of us do. You know, we're all part of Infinity here. So some long time ago, KI had sent me some beats and we never got around to doing much with them or working on them in any capacity, but I still have them. I held on to these beats all these years, right? And so they've been sitting in a folder, you know, dope beats, dope hip hop beats, right? With that, sorry, over the last few weeks, KI has been responding to some emails that I sent him back in 2019. So I appreciate that, man. We're all in different wavelengths, you know what I'm saying? But we will always meet back at infinity. So that's okay. Yes, please respond to my emails from 2019, please. And so he's individually been responding to each of these emails like 7 years later. And he's like, when are you going to work on the song? I'm like, okay, Batman. So we're picking it up right where we left off, as true friends do. So next, after all these things, I know I've got some singles lined up. I've got the album I'm working on some music videos, etc. But the next project that I hope to then start working on is going to be a DJ Karma Infinite project, all beats by DJ Ki. So that just, to respond to the emails after all these years, man. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But yeah, dope songs. DJ Ki and I worked on quite a few songs together back in the day, as far as like some ciphers, the Scythe Chamber with Vorpal. Shout out to Vorpal. Open Water. Yeah, we got some nice gems from back in the day. So that's what's up. All right. So yes, stay tuned for more music. Thank you for joining me once again. Peace and blessings to you all, and stay up. Cheers. Ki,
Yo,
what's up?
who is it?
It's Poe.
Nah, man, get the fuck away from my door.
Fuck you mean, man?
Yo,
Ki, it's LP.
I don't give a fuck.
Man, you told me to come over to work on this new track.
Get the fuck away from my door.
Ki, it's windy out, man.